Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a while since I've done a little update over at the storage facility. I've had the one and only rolling operations over here. We had an old mobile home sitting right here that he recently tore down, and more or less we're preparing this lot for future development. We could bring buildings all the way to this fence behind us, but really not sure when we're going to do that. Maybe next spring, in the summer, depending upon how the market's doing. But what we can do in the meantime is gravel all of that and fence this all in over here and potentially start offering like boat RV parking, something like that. So we'll see, but right now we're just kind of getting everything prepared. So this used to be somewhat of a mobile home park. There used to be some various mobile homes sitting like here, and over there. So this is one of them. And this is pretty much the skeleton of the thing. It's what they're made of. You got the wheels still on it. It's like they don't want to spin. But that's about it. Not made of much more than the frame, and then obviously your 2x4 walls and all the other junk that goes along with it. But as far as like reinforcement, it's pretty much the frame. So some of the next things that we would have to do over here is take down these trees here. We'll probably pull, there's these concrete runners, as you can see, where the old mobile home sat. So we will, bust these up somehow. Not sure yet how we're going to do that. Drop a comment below if you think a skid steer, my buddy's skid steer, would be able to pull that up. Also got to get rid of this little building eventually. We have some utilities going on in there, from back in probably the 60s or 70s when this thing was built. So this is really honestly going to get just torn down eventually. But cut these trees down, get rid of all this firewood, which regarding this firewood, not sure yet if we should burn it or hire someone to, bring a wood chipper in, chip it all up, haul it off, or I don't know, just not sure what to do, because if we start a fire, I don't know if it's going to be too close to these lines. I guess we could even move the pile over if we absolutely had to, but we'll figure it out. So pretty much the storage facility runs along the highway down there, and this building sits off on its own, and we're going to be able to just more or less mirror that building and build probably 3 or 4 more buildings all the way down this. But like I just mentioned a minute ago, in the meantime, what we'll probably do is gravel, at least half of this, maybe to that pole, and then gravel this and then offer some sort of like RV parking, boat storage until we decide to develop the rest of it. All right, so I'm actually out in Arizona right now in my wife's old bedroom. And there's someone working out in the room next door to me, so it's a little bit loud, but I wanted to go over a little bit of Clayton's video. This is Rolling Ops, my buddy who owns the dumpster rental business, and then he also has the equipment rental. He has a skid steer. I think that's all he's renting out right now is a skid steer, and he's got like different attachments. So I just wanted to kind of play some of his video and talk through a little bit about what he's up to. If you guys don't follow him, go check out his channel. So he recently bought this brush mower, and so he's actually the person I called to have that land cleared off where the mobile homes sit at the storage facility. So this video is pretty interesting. I highly recommend go check it out. And what I wanted to show you is this next scene here, which is a flyover of the property before he started. So I'm just going to pause right here, and so you'll see there's the mobile home that we tore down. There's that little building right there, and he pretty much cleaned this all up and then cleaned all this brush and cut down that big tree right there. And that's pretty much what he was doing over there. There's a lot of trash and stuff buried amongst the weeds, and a lot more stuff than even he anticipated to begin with. So, and if you didn't see the clip of inside the mobile home, he actually shoots his drone inside the mobile home. So I am having a tree guy drop that tree, and that tree, and Clayton dropped that big tree in the back right there. So pretty nice to have him be able to do that. Saved me a little bit of money from the tree guy. He dropped that one right there. He said it was actually really sketchy when he did it, so I don't know if he has footage of that on his channel or not. Go check it out. But here's the let me back up a little bit. The inside, oh no, we've got an ad. The inside of the mobile home, it was, completely trash, really not savable at all. And, the thing is with those old mobile homes is they're, a lot of people, like, I could throw that on Facebook and a lot of people would think that, oh, I'm going to try to move that thing. But especially this one, half the interior, or half of one of the exterior walls was actually gone and just like fallen apart. So you can't move these things. It's just something that's got to be torn out. But yeah, go watch this video if you want to see a little bit more about that. And then in this video, he actually kind of goes through and shows behind the scenes of what all was in there, and then they start cleaning things up. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to have a skid steer like this. So he's got this machine, it's got the little grapple hooks on the top, so it can kind of latch and grab onto things, and it really comes in handy once he starts tearing into the actual mobile home. Let's play a little bit of his brush hog. So this is an attachment that goes on the front, and he can mow over stuff that's pretty big, actually. I'm kind of shocked. So I would say 90% of this he was able to mow down with that brush hog, and then some of this big stuff they cut down with like a chainsaw or something like that. So it's always pretty entertaining. I mean, look at how satisfying that is. It's just like, it looks terrible, and then boom, it looks so much better. I actually mowed around this pile early in the summer. Actually, it was like May, something like May, and unfortunately, I hit a old bed spring and wrapped it all up underneath my lawnmower, and it was really bad. It was stuck really bad, so had to haul the mower home, and then my cousin spent hours trying to pull it all out, and he finally got it. So yeah, I just find these videos super satisfying to watch. I mean, to see the progress, it's so drastic. So my buddy Clayton, he has a employee, Keegan. I think he's over there working on some stuff in the background over there, but it's really worked well. They've really started to branch out and do more odd jobs like this. So his main gig is the dumpster rentals, which has been like going over like really, really well. And he decided that he wanted to buy a piece of equipment. So now he's kind of taken on some of these smaller jobs. Originally I was thinking that I was going to like just start a huge, massive burn pile and start throwing stuff on it and just start burning it. But with Clayton's dumpsters, it was just convenient enough for him to just throw all the trash in the dumpsters, and it didn't cost me that much more to have him do that, and to be able to like do it quicker. Time is money, so like standing over there and burning that pile of trash would have taken probably a couple days, and just not really worth my time right now, or really Clayton's. So being able to load it up on a dumpster and get it out of there quick definitely was nice. Let's fast forward a little bit, see what he's doing over here. Oh, so this is the most satisfying part coming up. I think I want to watch part of it where he's actually tearing down the mobile home. This is actually where he was cutting down that tree. Again, look at that grapple bucket, how nice that is. Another ad. But being able to latch on to big logs and big objects and then pick them up and dump them, so much nicer. Like when we used to do it with our old Kubota tractor, you had to like chain it to the bucket. And man, what's up with all these ads? Clayton, what is going on? This might be kind of the sketchy part he was talking about. He told me that it wasn't like OSHA approved, probably. Looks like he's got his skids here hooked up to. I didn't even see this. I didn't even watch this. Sorry, Clayton. don't know what they're doing here. If they actually had started cutting on it. Okay, so they're cutting on it now. Man, I bet that took forever, because that is a massive tree. I don't know if that's his dad or if that's his employee. Man, look at that thing. They did work on that. Look at the neighbor over there. Is like, what is going on? Okay, so that's Clayton's dad. Yeah, well, they got it, which is pretty sweet. That's a massive log, and I actually think he drug that over to the fire pile that they made. So actually, that pile, again, I was thinking of burning it, but decided to have my tree guy come knock these other trees down, and for really not much more, he hauled off the rest of that brush, and I think he used like a wood chipper on some of it, so it went pretty quick. Does he actually dump that log in the dumpster? Certainly not. No. Okay, that's the trash. So as you can see, we got a little bit of snow. Wait, who is that? Is that his? That must be his. Yeah, I think that's Keegan. That's his employee. But then the fun part begins. This is what I really wanted to watch. Let's back it up just a little bit more. So, I mean, these mobile homes, especially the older ones, they're made with 2x4 exterior walls, which on a conventional home, you're talking 2x6 typically, I think, 2x6. And these things, you know, have little to no structural integrity other than that frame on the bottom. So they just come apart so easy. I mean, you start getting in there and just, you know, grabbing a couple things, and it seems like the whole home just starts falling apart. Which is pretty fun to watch. I wouldn't mind actually doing this myself, which, you know, that's why I say having a skid steer would come in so handy. But that's the one thing you guys have to ask yourself, and I know Clayton has done this too. He's realized that his time is best spent with his business, with the dumpster business and the rental business. Not quite so much time spent on the real estate, where I'm definitely focused more on the real estate. And that's where my time is best spent, you know, looking for deals, putting them together, taking them down, selling them, refinancing them, all that stuff. Where, you know, yeah, I'd love nothing more than go over there and do this, you know, buy a skid steer. But it's just like, I can't, it's like you can't be a jack of all trades and be really good at one thing. So like, I'm trying to choose, you know, real estate's my thing, got to get, you know, focused, stay focused on it, and then have fun once in a while. So maybe someday I'll have a skid steer and be able to do stuff like this, but right now it just doesn't really make sense. So it looks like you pretty much flattened the whole thing, and then I think just started taking chunks of it at a time. Looks like he had pretty good views on this video, 1.6 thousand views. So I forget what he said this piece of equipment costs, but it's just, I mean, it's pretty wild to buy equipment these days. I mean, costs have really gone up over the past few years. So I'm pretty sure that's like a $70,000 machine, maybe even more. Wasn't that crazy how it just all kind of falls apart? I mean, it looks like literally a tornado went through it. Oh yeah, fun stuff. A lot of trash. And you know what? Now that I'm seeing this, now I'm like props, Clayton, if you're watching this. Like, that's a lot more work than I actually thought. Because if you go over there, there's not like a speck of trash over there anywhere. Like, he got everything. He needs like a time lapse of this whole thing. Next time he does a project like this, just mount a GoPro up there. Just do a massive time lapse. It'd be super interesting. So here you can see towards the end, again, like, you know, look, most of the trash is gone. That's crazy. And there's the frame that's left. And then on Clayton's channel, the next video that he posts, he does a video of him cutting up the metal frame and then throwing it in the dumpster. So go check that out. But yeah, just wanted to show a little bit of his video behind the scenes. Pretty interesting seeing it from his perspective. But yeah, excited to have that project done. And I'll update you guys, show you guys now that the trees are down. In the next couple of weeks, I'll shoot a video of that and keep you guys updated as we keep making progress on that property. So until then, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like the video if you haven't, because it actually does matter. Helps the channel. But yeah, thanks for watching again. We'll see you in the next one.